though. But does finish him off. Gets 2. Gets 3.
What a hit that hits him 65%. Wow!
And does it go in? It goes in! It goes in!
The widescreen fight. 3-2, 4v1. Why we go 4v none?
Good afternoon, Pio Nation. I hope you are doing well today. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. So this afternoon, we will have our Fortnite team compete in the NACE Starleague Zero Build Split Championship. So this is going to be very exciting here, and I'm double checking a couple things because Discord notifications are blowing up, phones are blowing up. Okay, but all right. So let me explain what's going on here. So our Fortnite Navy team qualified for the championship, which is going to happen in a few minutes. They're going to be playing 6 games to accumulate points to see how will they do. Now, there's going to be a little hiccup. One of our players from our duo team is not available because of work obligations. So we have one player who's going to be taking on all these other teams. But I have faith in that player, and I think you guys will too. So let's go over the roster for our Fortnite team. So we're going to have our Navy team competing, and it will be freshman Colton Wetzel representing the Pioneers in these duo matchups. You are allowed to play by yourself, but of course that is a disadvantage because if you get knocked, you are eliminated because you don't have a duo partner to keep you alive. So we're going to see how that goes in these matches. The thing with Zero Build, it's going to be a lot of luck and, well, if you get the right weapons and you try to survive, but it looks like we're already getting into the first game. So I'm going to save the announcements to after the first game just because we're already in here. So let me go ahead and swap over. I had to do some testing here to make sure that everything is working properly. But yeah, we are going to be seeing from the perspective of Colton Wetzel. We will not be able to have a camera on him in this setup, but that's okay. But we will be starting up here. All right, we are in the battle bus, folks. So now the question is, where will erasers go? Might use the same spot as before. And I'm going to try to keep track of eliminations and placements as we go here. All right, looks like 76 players are in this first game of 6, which does mean there is at least one other team that only has one person. Otherwise, there would be an odd number of people participating. So it doesn't even look like all of the team. Oh, there's number 77. Never mind. Erasers just might be the only team by himself. But looks like he's going to go in a more isolated area because when you are by yourself, it is important to try to get things very quickly and not be in a highly competitive area. Picking up some slurps. And there's some new items that come out in the latest patch, and I have no idea what they are or what they do. You guys who are watching probably know a lot more than I do. But we will enjoy this together. Oh, I'm going to guess that gave him some shield. And he's got a nice big vehicle. The thing about Zero Build is there is no building. Of course, there can be porta builds, which can help. But you don't really have a great way to protect yourself. So a lot of people will use vehicles as kind of some extra armor, if you will. Oh, hey, there's Toph. I mean, the Avatar Last Airbender skins are now available, so you can play as Aang or Zuko or Katara. And it looks like now Erasers is able to do some earth bending with those scrolls. And interesting, going to use up those slurps even though he's already at full shield, probably just to make sure that no one else can take advantage of it. But looks like there's already some action going on behind him. So he may be going to go straight for the vehicle and get out of there. This is really going to be about surviving, especially when you're by yourself. So he's going to go over here, which looks like kind of a Greek mythology area. Getting some ammo. He's got a shotgun, but it's nothing too powerful right now. At least that earthbending scroll will give him some mobility. And we do see a couple people are starting to get eliminated. Because that's one of the things I have noticed with some of these matches, especially when it comes to championship streams, that teams will use some very different tactics than they would normally. Like during the opens, the goal is just to qualify, but then they may go for some unique strategies during the championship itself to try to get some points. So that may involve camping a particular site. It may just involve hiding to get placement points. And it's going to be driving in the water. I'm not so sure what the plan was with that. But it seems to be an overall good spot for this first storm. And just so everyone knows that we are going to be on a 3-minute stream, 3-minute stream delay, just to be able to preserve that competitive integrity. That way there's no screen looking. And there are other people who are streaming for the championship as well. I don't know who they are, but I know they're streaming. And it looks like there is some action nearby. So he went back to that Earth Temple. But I don't think he's by himself. It looks like there might have been a fight around there. And just trying to grab a couple of items. Toph is over there just taking a bath. Of course. Actually, there is nothing else going on over there. Just gonna stay up here because it's a pretty well isolated area. He's going to actually use the building as some natural cover, which is actually a pretty good move. Oh, I see how this works. The Earthbending Scroll is actually similar to the Ice Gauntlets from a couple seasons ago, and he does spot a duo out in the open. But yeah, he's going to use another one of the Earthbending Scrolls to just add a bit more to that cover. But yeah, he's going to have to pick his fights very carefully because he doesn't want to get into a 2v1. But now we're just going to be kind of waiting patiently. And that's one of the things about Zero Build is it's get the items you need, and once you have everything, you just kind of sit and wait for the action to take place. Although he does detect some action nearby. Just going to look around. There are 68 participants remaining. The next storm is going to start moving in soon. He's right on the border. So for at least the next minute 45, he doesn't need to go anywhere. But I would suspect that he's going to have to relocate afterwards. But once again, right now he doesn't need to do anything. So might as well wait. Now he's just looking around, seeing if anything's nearby. There's some action over by that hill, I think. And Toph is kind of doing her thing. Okay. We're just chilling with Toph right now. That's all. I mean, who wouldn't want to chill with Toph? And I'm going to mute this for a second so I don't get in trouble with Twitch. I'm sure you guys will understand. All right, now we can unmute. Just looking around. And now he is going to have to move in. Not very far, though, but he's going to go straight for his vehicle. And he's just going to go flying off the cliff. Vehicle's fine. He's fine. We're just going to be riding along the edge of the safe area. See what's going on over here at the beach. Looks like it has already been raided, but some more earthbending scrolls. He's going to take another one of those. Got less than a minute before the storm starts coming in, so he's just going to be roaming around. Now, I think it's going to be a little tricky, is Fortnite does have a mechanic where if there is a certain number of people after so many storms, those who have not dealt a whole bunch of damage will... Oh, that's an airbending scroll, actually. I'm sorry. I did not read my scrolls correctly. But anyway, those who have done the least amount of damage will start automatically taking damage, even if they're not in the storm. So while Erasers is surviving... If you get to a point where a storm's closing and people have not dropped, he may be one of those selected to take damage because he hasn't fought anyone at all in this game. So now the next storm is closing. The vehicle's out of fuel, so it's not going to go anywhere else. So he's just using it as kind of a shield, or at least some... Well, he's not really building, but just kind of have that natural cover. I'm just going to keep an eye out if anyone is coming by. So he's got the earthbending scroll for some protection. He's got the airbending scroll to maneuver around. He's got both a shotgun and a long-range weapon. He's got a way to replenish some shields. So item-wise, he's in good shape. Of course, would be nice to have something better than a green weapon, yes, but you got to take what you can get in zero build. So far, everything seems to be quiet along here, although there are shots being fired to his left. And he does spot someone underneath that archway. It's hard to tell. Are they by themselves? He may be going for it. Oh, he does see a vehicle, and he is spotted. Just trying to go for a pick. Gets a little hit on someone's their shield, but not a whole lot there. So he's got to back off. But now the storm's gonna be moving in about a minute. And I guess the vehicle still has a little bit of fuel left, not much. It's got about a quarter of a tank left, maybe a little less. So I'm just gonna swap to another vehicle that has a lot more fuel. That's fortuitous. And I'm gonna have to mute the radio once again because I do not want to get in trouble with Twitch or YouTube. So we're gonna have to be for just a little bit. Once he gets out of the vehicle, we'll be able to unmute. There we go. And he does spot that there is someone airbending right above him. Just gonna try to look for an opportunity to get that pick. The next storm is going to start closing in. 61 participants remain in this first game. And just so you're aware, we are going to have to stream through Discord because Erasers is not available. Okay, radio is off, but is not available on site, so we're having to come with more creative ways to stream. I think now I'm just going to chill here because there's no real need to go anywhere else right now. This is actually quite interesting because he's just chilling there, and because he's in the back passenger, no one's really suspecting that he's right there, just as we saw. Yeah, there's an airbender right there. Hopefully he doesn't see him. There's someone water bending right next to him. And now he's going to book it out of there. He's like, yeah, there's two here. Don't know if they're the same dude or not, but he's starting to take some fire. Now he's got to get out of there quickly, using up all the dashes. But his shield will replenish. But he's going to start trying to use those dashes as much as possible to get some distance. Now he's going to use that air bending. And we're seeing more people drop in. 54 participants remain. No eliminations yet. But once again, right now we're going for placement because he's by himself. His duo partner is not available right now. So if he gets taken out, he is out for that game. No way of being revived. Gonna try to seek some high ground. Going to use some earth bending to get some cover. Storm's going to start closing in again. He sees that someone is right next to him, so he's trying to get out of there. Loses his shields, already at 53 health. So he's going to try to hug the edge as much as possible. And I'm going to start getting some of his shield back. So he does have his shield back, but he does not have a way to replenish any health. So he's going to be right on the edge of the storm. And now he's got a good ways to go, unfortunately. And he's taking a big hit. Going to try to use his air bending to get out of there. So he's able to escape, but But now he's getting flanked from the other side. And there's people in the vehicle. And he's hopping along for a ride. Interesting shenanigans going on here. Or did he take the vehicle from? No, I don't think he's not by himself. He's just driving along. And there's another vehicle in front of him taking fire. And he's going to abandon the vehicle, use that airbending scroll to get out of there. There is a med kit. That is huge if he can grab it. But he's going to try to get his shield up first. Gets his shield filled up. Going to hide in the brush. He's going to try to get the med kit off. And he does get the full health. But now he's out of shields. Or at least a way to replenish the shield. Oh, that's... He starts getting some damage out. We'll have to use some airbending to get away. The people are fighting left and right. 41 participants remain. He knows that there's someone nearby. And he's just going to go straight towards the next safe zone. But it's going to get very chaotic here. Less than 40 people remain in this first game. And he's having to do this by himself without a duo partner. He's going to try to get the high ground right along the edge. Great spot right here. I expect to use the, yeah, there we go, the earth bending to get that wall so you can see around him. He sees the vehicle, trying to deal some damage to it. Get some hits on it, but not enough to take out the vehicle. So he's going to try to eye that backside. He does see a couple people right there, airbending along. Gets one hit onto the shield, not enough to break it. But now the storm's going to start moving, so he's going to have to move soon. Looks like he's going to be aiming for right that spot. He's going to go airbending. So he gets there. Going to use some earth bending to get some cover. And there's a lot of fighting directly in front of him. But he's still not safe where he's at. So he's going to rotate over, takes a hit. But he's in the storm right now. But, oh, that's a great spot. Now it's a horrible spot. He's going to try to replenish what he can. Grabs the med kit. And we're already down to 19 participants just with all the fighting that's been going on. So he does see there's people walking by. There's actually two. There's a duo team right in front of him. So he's going to try to hide as much as he can. Use this opportunity to break through. Airbends out of there. Takes a big hit. Loses all of his shield. Does not have a way to get it back. He only has a med kit. Taking a ton of damage. Down to 1 HP. Literally 1 health. And he gets taken down. But he finishes in 10th place. Despite the fact that he was not able to have a partner with him. So, I mean, that is very impressive. Having to do all that by himself. Didn't get any kills, but still finished 10th place, which will get him some placement points. But oh my goodness, that was just very stressful at the end. Now, all right, so all we can do right now is just wait until the next game comes up, and then we'll get into it. Once again, it's 6 games here, so we're going to be here for a good while. But I haven't done announcements earlier because we had the first game start right away. So I'm going to use this moment to go over those announcements. So first of all, we do want to thank HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor of Marietta College Esports. They have provided our facility with keyboards, mice, mouse pads, microphones, headsets. Our students love the quality of the peripherals. We're using their Quad-X mic in our broadcasting room right now. So if you want to check out some HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MariettaES. The QR code is up on your screen for just a few more seconds. We also want to give a quick shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support. Every Tuesday and Thursday is their game night at their restaurant on Front Street in Marietta, where you can not only get a good deal on food and drinks, but you can also get, they have a Nintendo Switch available, so you can play some Super Smash Brothers or some Mario Kart or some Mario Party. And during our normal season, they do air our matches on Tuesdays. Now, today is our last match of the semester. We're doing a couple of fun streams next week, but we won't have any more matches until September. But you can still check them out ahead of time and get a good deal on food and drinks. Of course, we're always looking for more students for our esports program. We have our varsity titles in Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Smash Brothers, and Valorant. We have our facility here on campus. We have coaches for several of our teams, and we're always looking for more. We do try to provide academic and mental health support for our students to help them succeed, and scholarships are available for high school seniors and college transfers. So for more information, you go to our link tree, linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. It has links to all our social media channels, it has contact information, and how you can try out for a scholarship. Speaking of that, we have one more official scholarship tryout date, which is going to be Sunday, May 5th. So if you're a high school senior or college transfer, this may be your last opportunity to try out to add a little bit more to your financial aid package if you're considering coming to Marietta College. It is a 3-step process. You would fill out our recruitment inquiry form at bit.ly/mcrecruit. You would schedule the tryout at bit.ly/mcesporttryout, where you would select May 5th. And then you would join our Discord server at bit.ly/PioDiscord. So, of course, the QR codes for those are on your screen. Now, next week, as I said, we do have another event, and I need to make sure I actually have the scene up. So, hold on one second, because apparently I did not have it up. So, let's just do this. I had it on my other scene collection. I didn't have it up on this one. But we are teaming up with one of the clubs on Marietta College, the Student Veterans Association. I think that's what it is. Or Association of Student Veterans or something like that. But they are raising funds for Stack Up, which is a nonprofit that helps support mental health for our veterans through gaming. So next Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be playing some Jackbox games on our Discord server. Anyone is welcome to join, and especially as an audience member. So we're hoping we're going to have a couple of our players be there. We're going to hope to have a couple of students from the Veterans Association be there. And we're just going to have some fun with that, and we'll be able to see if we can raise funds to help support Stack. In fact, you can donate right now if you wanted to at bit.ly/3VUQKZ0. The QR code is on your screen, but we'll be promoting that heavily next Tuesday and Thursday. And then finally, thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching our streams. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Subscriptions are one of the main ways that we generate revenue for our program. Now, of course, if you have Amazon Prime, there is this thing called Prime Gaming, which gives you all sorts of perks, such as free in-game items for certain games, free games, but it also gives you a free sub that you can use every month for any channel of your choice. When you click on subscribe, there's a checkbox that says use my Prime Gaming sub, and that gives you all sorts of benefits, such as the emotes that you see on your screen. And we just added a few animated emotes just for free. By being a subscriber, you automatically get these emotes. You do not have to be a tier 2 or a tier 3 sub to get these emotes, and we're hoping to add some more. So now you can animate some of the emotes to show your expression. But just remember, with a Prime Gaming subscription, that you have to manually renew it every 30 days. It does not automatically renew like a normal Twitch subscription. But all right, I think I covered all the announcements. So we're going to go ahead and take a small break. And when we come back, we'll have game 2 in this 6-game championship. So don't go away. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, and welcome back. We are getting things set up for the second game. So let's go in here where we're going to have Erasers playing. Let me make sure I get everything unmuted. And I just realized that my UI is not set up for 6 games here. So I'm going to take a look here and see if there's something I can do to help with that. I might try to play around a little bit with a separate scene here just because this is only going to show 4 games and not 6. So let's see if I can work on that. I can do... Okay. Yeah, that might work, but meanwhile, while I'm trying to get some things set up here, we do see that Erasers is in a vehicle, and I gotta mute the stream again so I don't get in trouble with Twitch or YouTube, because we will be uploading this into YouTube later on. Alright, we can unmute here, but getting a rocket launcher and a shotgun grenade this early is huge. Already got some scrolls as well. So weapon-wise, he's in really good shape for this matchup. Gonna dash up to the top. Gonna say hi to Top again. And gonna get out of there. I think what I'll do, I'm going to leave the scene on this one for now, just so we can get a better view, but we might have to swap things over later. Or I might actually try to mess with something right now, because you know what, I can. I'm already going to try to use one of those grenades to get out of there, just because it is a very dangerous spot. The storm's going to start moving in, but he's perfectly safe, at least from the storm. But he's going to see a duo team is right over by the docks. So this is going to get a little tricky, but it looks like those duo, they are getting out of there. So it looks like he is safe to stick around. But he is under fire already, loses his shield, and he's going to try to get out of there. He has a couple of slurps, but does not have a med kit. And he knows that they're still chasing him down. One's by vehicle, one's walking around. I think they know that he's up there. They do spot him. And unfortunately, he's not going to be able to survive. They were able to find him and hunt him down. So that was unfortunate there. Just getting caught early on. That's just kind of the nature of this type of game, especially when you're playing by yourself. So it's going to be a little bit before Game 3 because he was eliminated early on. So we're going to take an extended break. That's going to give me a little chance to see if I can update the UI here to incorporate races by himself. So we'll go ahead and take a nice little break here, and whenever game 3 starts, we will get that started. So yeah, we'll be back some point. All right, and welcome back. We appreciate everyone's patience. It did take a little bit to get into Game 3, but Game 3 has started, and I do believe I have a stream working here, at least an overlay. So let's go ahead and get into here. I have to do a couple things manually to make it happen, but that's all right. I will get this figured out. Let me do a couple things here. We're going to see Erasers is going to be back down again. And as a reminder, he's going to be by himself, so that does make things a little risky. Oh wait a minute, I just realized I was having that program up there so you guys can see it. But that's okay, I'm getting all that set up. But yeah, my bad. That's all right. So now you know a little bit what I'm doing with the Elgato Stream Deck. So thank you, Elgato, for helping us with getting that Stream Deck. Anyway, well, that was really fast. With just, there was someone right by there. You hate to see it. But unfortunately, that game is going to end a little prematurely, just because someone was at the Earth Temple, and because he was by himself once again, he's going to get caught. But we're going to have to take another break. I think there will be an intermission, so it may be about another half hour before we get back to the next game. But once we are there, we will return. So don't go away. We'll be back at some point. around near him. And that is going to be a cause for concern. But looks like he's going to go for that little house right there. And there are people flying around, but I don't think anyone else is going for it. But he's going to go in. He gets special type of slurp, gets some weapons. He may be looking to get some picks very early on. Doesn't get anyone as they're flying. Now he's going to try to get these slurp cakes, get some shields going. There's a vehicle right there, so if anyone comes by, he can get away very quickly. And he's going to start chugging those slurps, getting his shield up as fast as possible, eating the food, using that fruit. So he's already at full shields, he's got a vehicle, and he's hightailing it out of there. Although it does look like the first safe zone is pretty along the edge, but yeah, he's just going to drive around and see if he can find another area that's just safe. He's going to look for some weapons there. It's got a gray shotgun. Yeah, that's just not going to do a whole lot of good here. But he's going to get a little bit of surge going so he can run fast very quickly. And there is a med kit, so he will take that, even though it's not used as much in the early game. But oh, he's not going to go for the big check. He's going to value the med kit first. And just getting some gold. There's another chest. He's going to actually swap out the med kit. But he's going to drive out of there. About 3/4 of a tank of fuel. But he's just going to coast a little bit. And he's going to see... Yeah, this area has not been taken yet. He's going to grab that chest. Just getting some more ammo. Not too concerned about the med kit. But does swap out the weapon. Gets a nice blue. He's got a shotgun and an assault rifle. He's going to swap out for the car. Doesn't have as much health as the other vehicle, but yeah, he's doing coasting, so it doesn't cause a lot of sound. So he's just going to sit there and hope that no one notices he's there. He doesn't need to go anywhere at this point, so now it's just kind of waiting to see if anyone comes by. You see the storm is closing by, and it looks like there is a duo in that top left corner by the roof. I'm sure he sees it. Looks like they're going to go into a different direction. No, I still see them. So far, there are 61 participants remaining in this game. Already some early eliminations. And it looks like there is a car driving by. And it might just expose his location, so he's going to get out of there. He's just spinning in circles now. I'm not sure what the play is. Oh, there's another vehicle right there. So is anyone going after him? Doesn't look like it. But he's going to head back towards the beach. Runs over the med kit. Gonna drive in the water. Folks, don't drive your vehicles in water like this. It doesn't work this way. Please don't do this. He's gonna go along the tracks to get into the save area. Storm will start moving in about 37 seconds. Plenty of time. It looks like he might be swapping out vehicles. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's just going to wait here because he doesn't need to go anywhere right now. 58 participants remaining in this game. As a reminder, the format is usually duos, but our duo partner is not available during the championship, which is horrible timing, which means if a racer loses health, he will be eliminated instead of knocked out. I see a couple people flying by. But it is going to be a major challenge for Erasers to finish strongly by himself. The first game did very well despite no eliminations. Finishing 10th was a good amount of points. But in the second and third games, he did get eliminated very early on in the rounds. So there's not much he was able to do about that. You do get placement points when you're in the top 17. So with 55 participants remaining, that puts him probably in the top 27, 28, I would say. So he needs to survive just a little bit longer to get those placement points. And if you're wondering, this seems really boring, you would be absolutely correct, but that is what is needed in a zero build split, where you don't actually expose your location, especially when you are by yourself. So a lot of it is just getting the items you need and then just find a safe location. And a vehicle is about as safe as you get, because if you are caught, you can drive away, and the car itself does serve as additional armor because it has its own health bar, so you're not taking that damage. The storm's about to close in. And it's just right on the edge of it. That was perfect as far as being on the edge. This is what it means to be a professional Fortnite player. But now he's going to have to move, because we do see that the save zone's a little bit of ways away. But this is huge. An epic shotgun. He's got some great weapons now. It'd just been nice if he had either an earthbending scroll or an airbending scroll, but he'll have to take what he can get. He's going to have to just drive around about a minute before the storm starts closing again. He's going to get up to the high ground. And so far, it looks pretty open from here. I don't see anyone around. But he still needs to find a good spot. So he's probably going to be looking for some high ground. And it's something with some natural cover. Because he does not have the earthbending scroll. He doesn't have any porta builds. So he may be looking to go into the city here, which on the one hand would have that coverage, but on the other hand, who knows who else is going to be in that area. But he's just going to coast along the bridge here, try not to make as much sound. Now the storm will start moving in. It looks like there is some stuff going on behind him, but As long as he's not spotted, he is okay. But if he does get spotted, he can book it out of there. Plenty of fuel stuff left in the tank. The storm's gonna got about 30 seconds before it's done moving, and then we'll see if Erasers is safe where he's at, or if he's gonna have to relocate. So someone's driving by. He sees the vehicle right behind him. There's actually two. This is very dangerous. I don't know if that's just two individuals with a vehicle each. Oh, now there's a third vehicle. And a fourth. This kid... Do I see 5? And they all drive past him. This is why you just stay still and you don't move. They didn't even know he was there. So he's gonna be like, all right, I'm out of here. But he may be looking for a quick pick underneath him. He's gonna go under the archway. But now he's going to work his way around. I think they went up the hill. And there are shots fired. So now he's got to be careful. He may be caught in a fight. Gets a couple hits in. Gets the shield. There is a bubble. So he's going to start dashing over. Gets a couple hits in. So doesn't get the elimination, but does get some damage out. This is going to go back in his vehicle and start moving. Well, he's just going to stay right there and hope that no one spots him again. Just like those 5 vehicles that drove by. The storm will start closing in. Looks like about 50 participants are still remaining in this game. So despite all that time, only a few have gone down. So that's going to put Erasers in about the top 25. Still not enough to get any points. So waiting 30 more seconds, and then we'll see if Erasers needs to change locations. And he's right on the edge of the safe area. That is perfect. Because you don't want to be right in the middle, because that's where all the fighting is going to happen. You want to stay along the edge. It looks like there's a train nearby, but I mean, we are at the Grand Station after all. So now the storm will start closing in. Looks like shots are fired right in front of him or near his vicinity. And we're starting to see people drop as the storm is moving in. Now 47 participants remain. Now Storm will start moving in a minute, but he is going to have to move. It is on the other side of this area. They got about half a tank. So he knows there's people walking by, so he's going to have to take the long way around so he doesn't get caught in any fire. And shots are being fired. Takes a couple of hits, but he will get away. But actually, he loses a tire in the process. This is not good. I did not realize that you could actually knock out parts of the vehicle. So without that tire, that's going to destabilize his control. Hey, another vehicle. That's going to work. And I'm going to mute for a little bit so that way we don't have any DMCA issues. Storm's going to start closing in. And it's going to start getting in the middle of action here. Nope, still in radio mode. He may be looking for those archway. No, he's going to drive past because he sees there's one person right next to him. There's one elimination right there. Maybe looking for... No, I don't think he's going to try to go for that fight. He's going to drive around. And he sees a couple people right above him. I think there was another elimination. It's actually... Yeah, there's like 3 right there. There's an elimination he's seeing just left and right around him. So he's just going to park his vehicle. You know, we already saw like 10 people drop in a short amount of time. He is literally in the middle of all this fighting. So he's just going to stay perfectly still and hope that no one spots him. But now the storm is going to be moving in a different spot. So he's going to have to move at some point. It's just, when is it clear? Just so much fighting going on. It's like as soon as he moves, he's going to get spotted. He doesn't have any bubbles. He doesn't have any protection. And now he's being spotted. He's going to eat the golden banana, which I honestly don't know what that does. Maybe, I guess it gives him a health regen over time. He's going to hide by the tree. He's going to make a break for it. 30 participants remain. That will put him in around the top 15. Going to use that portable and the vehicle, which is a little low on gas. But he's going to use it to drive right into the zone. But the vehicle's taking a lot of damage, so he's going to kind of drive back down. But he's got to realize they're coming after him. Going to use his 2 only splashes to get his shield back up. So he is technically safe where he's at, but there's shots behind him. The duo team is right there. And he's going to have to book it because he knows he's going to get spotted. So he's trying to drive past. loses part of his shield. He's able to boost through, but he's completely out of gas. He's going to eat that golden banana to try to replenish some health. Although it looks like he's got some slurps as well. He's trying to do everything he can to get healed up. 24 participants remain. And this is very dicey. He only has 3 slurps to his name. No mobility at all. He's going to try to move up. He's just waiting for the storm to move so he can move with that storm. He's going to book for it. He does get 1 elimination. Gets a knock, but not another elimination. But he is down to 18 health. 20 participants remain. He's trying to get his shield back up as much as he can. He has no health. That person did end up dying, so he got the kill. But he does get taken down. Finishes 11th in that matchup. So all things considered, that was not too bad, if I do say so myself. Considering he was by himself, had no mobility. He had some really good weapons, which definitely helped, but not a lot of healing. But getting 2 eliminations, finishing 11th, that will get him some points on the board. Is that going to be enough to win a title? Not yet, but there are still 2 more games, so that should be starting up soon. So we're going to take a quick break, and we should be back in a matter of moments for Game 5. So don't go away. We will be back in just a minute. All right, and welcome back. And guess what? We are getting things started for the next game. So let's go ahead and swap over. So we are going to be starting up game 5 here. We saw that Erasers performed very well in the last game, placing 11th with 2 eliminations. And as a reminder, this is normally a duo format, but he is playing by himself because Static is not available today, unfortunately. So having to do this on his own and still getting placement points is quite remarkable. A lot of it's going to come down to this first couple minutes of where he's going to drop, because he needs to find an area that does not have a lot of contention, and it looks like he's going to go to that same small area by that farm. And because the battle bus is so far away from it, there is a good possibility that he will be up by himself, and then it's just a matter of knowing where's the safe area for the storms, finding a vehicle that he can park in, and that will help him survive. But the challenge, though, is the storm's going to start forming soon, and it's just taking a while to get over to the desired spot. So he's trying to fly over as quickly as he can. It does not look like he's alone, but we'll see if the other couple are going to drop in the same area, or they may be looking at the city. He's going to try to get a little lower. And we got just a little bit of a lag here, but I think we're okay. He's going to try to hop in real fast to get some cover, get a weapon. He's already got a nice little blue weapon. Not an ideal weapon, but he will take it until he finds something better. And already going to try to get a quick pick. Gets a hit on one of the shields. But yeah, that weapon with the infrared is actually pretty nice. So he was hoping to get a pick while they were still in the air. Did not get it. Gets a medkit assault weapon. So he will take that for now. Has some bandages, but not a whole lot on shields. He needs to find some slurps. And there's no vehicles either, unfortunately. And there's just a chicken right there. So he's going to head over to the beach to see if that area is possible. There are some gunshots behind him, and he does spot someone right there, but it looks like they're by themselves. Gets a knock. And gets the elimination. And now he's been spotted. And the other person is trying to get out of there. Not realizing that Erasers is by himself. And there's a nice slurp. Gonna grab a chest, get some gold. Gets the shockwave grenade, which is great. So he's gonna get out of there in case that guy's buddy decides to come back. And gets a nice chest. Oh! That is huge! A legendary rifle is exactly what you want. So we're going to try to dash through. There's a vehicle right next to him, but he's going to check to see the coast is clear. And he's just going to hop in the vehicle, going to drive away. Gets more shield up. A nice... Well, he's not going to go for the big chunk. He's actually going to stick with the smaller ones. Oh, it spots a chest nearby. I don't think he's going to go for it. Check this area. And there's a chest with another med kit. He's got 3 med kits now. Which will be really nice. We're gonna go back to that little beach in the Bay Area. Actually, this is a different one, I think. And he forgoes the slurp pack. Interesting choice. Gonna head over by the docks. Looks like that's already been cleaned up. But there is this chest over here. And that's the other thing about this game as well. It's like if you just know where all the chests are in any area, at least in a certain area, that can put you at an advantage as well. Still has plenty of fuel. You see 61 participants are remaining in the game. But now he's just going to park right here. He's up in the high ground. He can see everything around him. And the storm isn't going to be closing in anytime soon. And he's just going to chill right here. He's got pretty much everything he needs at this point. He's got a legendary assault rifle. He's got the infrared rifle. He's got 4 shockwave grenades, 2 slurps, 3 med kits. He is in really good shape item-wise, so there's no need to go anywhere else. Yeah, we're just going to be chilling here for a good while. That's just kind of the thing with no builds, is you just grab your stuff, you go park somewhere, and hope no one spots you in the meantime. The storm will start shrinking. And we're seeing a couple of fights going on, not visually, but we do see in the chat that there's been some knocks and some eliminations. So I think people are starting to drop as they are near the edge of the storm. We're still waiting. Storm continues to shrink. 35 seconds remaining. Alright, so the storm has shrunk and the next circle's been placed, but once again, he's still in a safe spot, doesn't need to go anywhere. We're not really sensing a whole lot of things. We're down to 56 participants. Was there movement in... No, it doesn't look like there... No movement in the amphitheater. I thought I saw something there, but I guess not. There's the train. And we're down to about 55 participants at this point. And looks like Eraser's going to use this opportunity to look around to see if there's anything here that's still available. Yeah, it looks like someone has been here and is actually swapping out the weapons. He likes that shotgun better. I mean, in the late game, it is better to have a shotgun. And he does already have the legendary assault rifle, so he doesn't need 2 long-range weapons. Storm will start shrinking in. I would expect to probably see more combat as that storm is moving in. 52 participants are remaining at this point. But so far, pretty quiet around here. Which is what we like. We like boring. Let's see a couple more getting dropped with waterbending and shotguns. About 30 more seconds for the storm to continue moving in. There are some shots being fired near him. We are now less than 50 participants remaining. That is going to put Erasers in the top 25. And now the circle is going to start closing in about a minute and a half. But he's still fine where he's at, but I think there might be someone nearby. And interesting, he's not going to check it out. Just waiting very patiently. Now that got his attention. But we don't see anything there. Oh, there's a duo team running right there using airbending. Once again, he is by himself. Static is not available, so Erasers has to be extra cautious because if he gets knocked, he will be instantly eliminated. Got back in, but not sure if he was looking for something. I think he's debating about whether to go or not. Forget about 43 participants remaining. One player did get rebooted. So now the storm's going to move in about a minute. He is going to have to move this time, though. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be behind him. He's going to start making a move. He's going to swap vehicles because the other ones will get about half a tank. This one's full. And we do have to mute a little bit just to make sure we don't have any copyright issues, but I think we're good. Nope, never mind. Yep, we do not want to get in trouble with Twitch or YouTube just because he's playing. Ooh, what we got here? He's going to park right here. And if anyone comes by, he's just going to chill right there and then be able to fly away very quickly. So it's actually a pretty smart move at this point. So now I have 41 participants remaining as the storm is going to start closing in. Gonna try to see if there's any movement, but I don't spot any. We do see a couple vehicles in that top left area. If they come anywhere near him, he may need to bail out. The storm is going to be shrinking again, but now it's going to be on the other side of that circle. So he will have to make a move. It's just a matter of when. It seems like more duos are starting to trickle in. 37 participants remain. That is going to put Erasers in the top 20. And it looks like there's someone up in that temple tower shooting down. But I think what his play is, he's going to wait until Storm starts moving. Because everyone else is moving at that point, so it's going to be really difficult for them to fire while moving. No, he's going to start driving over. He's not going to use that rift. But he's going to make a beeline for the safe spot. Going against the current. And this is going to be a little trickier here because if there's anyone up in that top hill, they're going to have that high ground advantage. But so far, no one is firing on him. So he might be safe. Although there is another vehicle near him. Yeah, right there. He's facing a little bit of fire. Going to try to boost along, but kind of falls through. But he is okay. Vehicle took a little bit of damage. Going to use some of that Rocket League boost, but got to go off to the side because he was about to take some fire. It looks like he may be aiming for this cliff up here to try to get some high ground. Trying to use the boost, but just not going to be able to do it. In fact, it's actually going to be moved because the safe spot is underneath. Trying to use the storm to get up there, but that might have been a little costly. Already at 75 damage from it. We're at this point where the storm is going to be dealing quite a bit of damage. He does have some med kits. 28 participants remain. So he's going to start using one of those med kits to get healed back up. He's at full health. Had to use a full med kit just to gain that 25 health, but at this point, it's critical. Just gonna stay in there. They see the porta build. They don't suspect that he's in the car. He does have some shockwave grenades. And he's gonna start moving, realizing it's not safe. And is that a boulder I just saw? No, that was just the vehicle blowing up. That's what it was. So the storm's going to start moving. 23 participants remain. And Eraser is one of them all by himself. So he's going to start moving around. But he's facing fire. Looks like someone's got a rocket launcher and has to take cover. Takes a little bit of damage, but the shield does protect him. And he's going to let that regen, but he knows that there's that dual team that's coming after him. So he's going to start trying to climb up and use as much cover as he can. Just going to check to see if it's safe to come in here. He knows there's shots being fired around him. 18 participants remain. That may put him in the top 10. Now there's 16 participants. And there's a duo team behind him. He has his shotgun ready. But he still has some mobility. He has 2 dash charges. He has the shockwave grenade. And people are running by, but they're not noticing him. Although in about 5 seconds, he's going to have to start moving. So now he's going to see if this is his opportunity to move. He's going to walk around. Be very slow and sneaky. And he does know that there's... He takes some big hits, and he does get eliminated, unfortunately. But he will finish 8th by trying to stay alive. So that's still his best in the entire championship here. So we do have one more game, and we'll see if Erasers can come out with another great finish. But yeah, we're going to take a quick breather, and when we come back, we will get to the 6th and final game for the semester. So don't go away. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, and welcome back. We are now in our final game, so let's go ahead and get this underway. Erasers has immediately jumped off of the battle bus. But this could be a concern. A lot of people are flying around. He's going to go straight for... He's looking for that Earth Temple, which is going to be a little risky because there could be others following suit. Immediately gets the med kit. Going to get some shields up. Going to grab an Earthbending scroll. But he doesn't have any weapons, so he's going to go straight for this house over here. And it doesn't look like there's anyone home. Thank goodness. But needs to get some weapons. Gets a shotgun, which is exactly what you want. Gets a coconut. Gonna get some slurps down and get some shield up. Eating all the coconuts. It's got a blue mushroom. Gonna go ahead and eat the mushrooms. But not a lot in terms of chests. So, I mean, he does have a shotgun. He does have earth bending. You can chuck earth like that? Interesting. He's going to need to find some chests. And he's going to check over here. And there's even a golden banana. Going to use that slap as well to give him a bit of a boost of speed. Oh, that's really good right there. So he's going to start digging up chests to see if he can get some good stuff here. And is that... Okay, there we go. That was a little bug there for a second where he was just not going to be able to get that chest. Gonna get a blue rifle. And just get some more ammo. Actually gonna swap to the assault rifle. Because you want, in this game, you want an assault rifle for distance and you want a shotgun for the close range. I was actually going to swap over to the blue weapon. That ended up being better. So now he's going into the Hades area where he's get those dashes. A nice big chest right there. And gets a nice purple weapon. Another chest right by the boat. The medkit. He's not worried about the medkits right now. But he's just going to hang tight right here. Because we're already seeing 63 participants are remaining. Since this is the last game, teams are probably going to be playing more aggressive to try to get as many points as they can to win that title. And all Erasers did have 3 games that put him in top 11 overall. It's probably not going to be enough for that title, but we'll see if he can finish this one pretty strong. We're just going to have to wait very patiently. Storm's going to start moving in about 30 seconds. He is going to have to move in a minute and a half. But he's still going to be very patient. It's an interesting choice because he doesn't really have any mobility. And I don't know if there's any cars nearby that he can take advantage of. But he's still going to be very patient in case anyone's moving by. Because once again, he is by himself, even though the format is duos. But we're seeing more people be eliminated. We're already less than 60 people in this final game. So teams are definitely being more hyper-aggressive, trying to get as many eliminations as they can. Now Razor's is going to make his move. Gonna grab that banana, which is going to give him a little bit of regen just in case he takes any damage while heading over. Get some gold, but not much else. He's going to dash over. There's another chest. There was a shockwave grenade, but he decides to forego it and take advantage of the dashes that he gains while being in that Hades area. He's by a boat. That looks like it's pretty well cleaned out, but he's going to take advantage of the trampoline that was there. Starting to take some damage, though. Being spotted. But it looks like he will get away. Only the default shield took hit, so that's going to replenish, so he doesn't lose any of his normal shield. I'm going to use a little earthbending there just to give him some extra cover as he looks around, but it looks like the area is cleaned out. Although there is movement up in the top area of the amphitheater. So he's going to fall back. And he knows that they know that he's there. So they may be looking to move around the flank. He's going to try to be ready for that possible flank. And immediately taking damage. Loses his shield completely. And he's going to try to pop a couple of slurps. And he's going to take a vehicle to try to get out of there immediately. And he's going to just start getting that shield back up. Does get it to full, but he does not have any med kits at this point. So he's going to try to see, does this chest have a med kit? It does not. I mean, there is an apple. It does give him a little bit of health. Now he's got to drive back towards that safe area. Although the storm's not going to be moving in for about a minute, so he has some time. And he gets a med kit right there. Eats the banana. But he's going to actually skip the med kit because he did get that golden banana. Just going to see if there's anything here of use. Shockwave grenade, but he's not worried about it. Alright, he's at full health. He's fine. It's all fine. We're fine. No problems at all. And now he's going to coast along. But he did see two vehicles behind him, so they may try to come after him. He's going to try to get some distance. Got 3/4 of a tank and fuel, so he's perfectly fine there. Still has a movement speed buff from that golden banana. But he's just trying to drive towards safety. He's perfectly fine. Vehicle, maybe not so much, but okay, it's good. We're good. And I don't know what he was trying to do with the vehicle there. Like, was he trying to climb over the fence? I feel like it doesn't work that way. But now he's gonna be careful. Because there are two vehicles. They know he's there. So he's gonna go in the opposite direction to try to not get hit by the fire. But he's just gonna have to cut through. And he knows that there are two people after him. And he got the bait and he's gonna book it out of there. That is great. That's great gameplay right there. Baiting them into the building, get out, and then use the vehicle to get away. Gonna swap to another vehicle. Okay, I gotta mute that real quick. Just for copyright purposes. But once the music's done, we'll unmute. We have the new circle. He's already in the safe area, so see where he's going to be heading. Looks like he's going to be heading towards that hill. I'm just trying to get into the top. Well, I thought he was going to stop there, but he's not. He's actually going to head more towards the center. But, oh, there's a giant floating city right there. Now he's just going to spin around on this hill. I don't know why you would do that. That's could draw some attention. And it just uses up gas, too. But right now there are 48 participants remaining. So that's going to put him in the top 25. And there are shots being fired towards the center. So he does not want to engage. Now he's going to park. Radio is off, so I can turn on the game audio again. And storm will start shrinking in. But he's just going to be chilling here, watching the action. Another person teleports away, but shots are being fired on the other side. So now 30 seconds left for the storm to finish moving in until we get the next circle. But he's immediately taking fire. He's been spotted. So he's going to boost out of there. And going to swap vehicles. Got to mute once again because of the music. But he will get himself to safety. Fortunately, did not lose any shield in the process. But now he's taking fire once again. gets spotted, so he's going to have to drive away. And there was a chest right there too, but he's just going to have to get away from all that action. 45 participants remaining in this final game determine the best Fortnite players in the country, or at least in NACE Starleague. I guess there is like another big tournament going on that Fortnite is hosting. Erasers did play that last night, but unfortunately he did not get through the qualifier rounds. If he had, he would be doing that instead of this. But now he's going to be trying to just get away from all the gunfire. 41 participants remain. We've already seen quite a few being knocked down. And there's a vehicle coming his way and already being shot at, been spotted. He's going to just try to get out of there. Have to mute again once because the radio is playing. Loses a tire. Going to boost away. Going to swap vehicles. Does lose some shield, but he's going to swap vehicles. And getting caught by a duo team, loses the natural shield, and it does blow up. And taking fire from above, and does get taken down. And that's just one of the downsides of going up against a duo matchup when you are by yourself. You just don't have that partner to help you if you do get knocked down. Yeah, that is going to conclude the match. I hate to say it, but I don't think Erasers is going to score enough to win that national title, but he still got some good points, so we'll see how he finishes. All things considered, I thought he did very well playing by himself in 6 games here. But that is going to be our final match of the semester, because next week is the last week of classes and the following week is finals, and then the students are going to go home for summer. But we do have a little bit more coming your way. So next Tuesday and Thursday, we'll be streaming some Jackbox from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is to help raise funds for Stack Up, which is a nonprofit to help the mental health of our veterans through gaming. This is actually being run by our Student Veteran Association at Marietta College. So we're going to be teaming up with them to play some Jackbox games, have some fun, and see if we can raise some funds to help support a great cause. But for all the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Shout out to all of our supporters again. We want to thank HyperX for being the official peripheral sponsor of Marietta College Esports, but we also want to thank Buy Blue Light, Elgato, Over the Moon Pizza, Incrediware, MSI, and Kovacs. And we want to thank all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your gifts. We truly appreciate your support. Please just keep an eye out on our social media because we do have some things going on this summer. But we do hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.